So let's move to iframes. The iframes, let's look at this, the iframes. So how do you see an iframe? An iframe, what is it? An HTML iframe is used to display a web page within a web page. And a web page within a web page. Remember that we did nested lists, right? So it means you put a
Yeah,
list inside a list.
inside list.
So an iframe is also like you use to display a web page within a web page. So assuming you have a web page, you have a web page. Inside the web page, there is a different web page inside it. So this is the
Mm,
main web page that we are using, right?
mm,
Then we took all these websites and put it in a small rectangular section.
mm,
You understand? It works fine. It's the same website that we are using now. The same website that we squeeze it and put it inside this box.
mm,
So your website, this website is within the main website, the bigger website.
mm.
You understand how it is?
Yeah.
So that's how iframe is. But okay, let's look at no problem. Let's continue. HTML iframe, the syntax, this specify what? An inline iframe. An inline iframe is used to embed another document within the current HTML document. So how do we write the syntax? Iframe, we bring the source. You remember this? Source. And then we have what? Title.
Title.
Understand. So if you look at, they are all similar. Iframe, we have source. Video, we had source. Audio, we had source. Image, we had source. You understand? So it mostly the same, similar things repeating each other. It's just the element which changes and some of the attributes inside. You understand? So that is how it works. So assuming that he's saying that it is good practice to always include a title attribute for the iframe. Why? This used by screen readers, as I told you, visually impaired. This used by screen readers to read out what the content of the iframe is. So this title is like an alternative when we are using image, right?
Mm.
So this title serves as the similar way as when we are using an image tag. You set the
So
height and you
the
set the width.
title is also the same as the alternative, right? For the image.
Yeah, it also display. Yeah, it depends on where you are going to use because in the iframe it says that you use the what the attribute title. You understand? In
Mm.
some case, like when we are using when we are doing semantic, we had an element called figure. If you remember,
Yeah.
we had
Yeah.
an element called figure like this.
Okay.
We have an element called figure like this. And inside the figure, we put something inside, right? Inside the
Yeah.
figure, we put something inside like image, right? And under the
Yeah.
image, we had something we call figure caption, fig caption, figure caption, fig caption.
Mm.
You understand? So if we had an image like that, like here, which image you have and this image, right? So if I have image like this, then give some weight. So if you have an image like this, and then a minute, I think I have to do this way. So if we have an image something like this, then our figure caption is going to be something like figure 1, an African man. What is there? Here, right?
Yeah.
It's figure caption, right? So for instance, assuming we don't have this image is not there. What will be left? This,
Mm, the figure caption.
right? It is there. Similarly, even if the image is not there or it has a mistake, and then even if this figure caption is not there, and in the alternative, we have this figure 1 here, you understand? And the image has problem, we still have what? The alternative also showing us an African man. You understand?
Mm, mm,
So all the time you have to understand how you use this. So this is about figure. That is what is trying to say here. So if it is iframe, you can just write, let's bring and see iframes, and then below it I'll bring iframe. You see, iframe. Now we are telling the brother that we want an iframe, understand, which it should have a source. Where can we get the source? The source should be the link of a website.
mm.
Something like this. Let's
Hello?
move to the whole page. Come again.
No, I wasn't hearing you. That's
Okay.
why.
So if I copy the website, for instance, I want to show this website in my main page. Let's assume that we want to hide all these stuffs. Let's say we don't want to show the video again. And then we don't want to show the audio again. We are dealing with the iframe. So we can just, okay, we can just see that since we are dealing with the iframe has source. And the source, I can put the link inside here, right? And then
Mm,
if I put the link inside here, some websites do not allow you to put your website inside their websites. Do you know why?
no.
You see
Why?
here, the website is inside here, right?
Yeah.
But some websites do not allow you to put your website inside to embed their website inside your website.
Mm,
Because assuming, let me see, it's like, let me look at mine, maybe I can use my website as an example. If it allows us, let me see, an example, if I put my website here, you see this website is working. This website from someone different,
mm,
www.com. I don't know the person, but let me put mine. You see my website is there.
mm,
And so you see my website, this is my own website, which is inside our main website.
mm,
You see. So this is what we call iframe. A website inside a website. So you have your own website and you put somebody's website inside your website. Mostly they are used for advertisement and this stuff. So now you open a website and you see some small things like this.
yeah.
They are mostly for advertisement and stuff. You understand? So that
Mm,
is iframe for you. And mostly some of the websites don't allow you to do that because, for instance, let's say I've added the website, right? Inside our website. So Then let me add height and width, for instance. Let's go. Let me add heights. This is iframe, right? Frame border is 0. Frame border is the border here. So if I set it to, let's say 1, you see a border is there. Let me set it to 5. You see it is there. So if I move it to 0, there's no border there. You understand? So for instance, let me add height and width. Let me add width. Let's say width can be 500. Maybe, and make it 1200, for instance. Okay. And then the height, I'll change the height to, um, let's say 800. So look at my website. Let me open it big. For you to see it. From where is our website? Let me refresh this. And you see, look at my website inside this page. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's small. So my
Take
website
over.
is inside this page. So the reason why some of the website don't allow you to put their or to embed their website inside your website is that sometimes some people can use to hack, to assume maybe someone will use this way and you would think that this is his website,
Mm.
right? For instance, if I
Yeah.
do this and I go and copy google.com and put it inside here. So when you come to this website, it will assume that, or if you don't know exactly, maybe you don't know anything about how it works, how the link, you just enter into the website and you see something like this. You would think that this is a Google website,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So that is how
Mm-hmm.
you think. Here, let me just make it bigger. Maybe 1400 is bigger. And then here I'll make it 1000 so that it will be very bigger. So that you feel maybe it takes all the space. I'll delete this H1. So let's look at it. See, when you come to this website, do you see anything?
Take over.
It's like your own website. You understand? So when the person sees this, he feel that, yeah, this is my own website. Meanwhile, it's not. You can browse and do anything the same as the way the website is. Like here, I can go to, and I can go to blog. I can go to the contact page. It's still working. You understand? You see, it's still working, but it is inside, like it is you as embedded. You see, it is like this. It's not working. So that's what we call iframes, embedding a website in another website. You understand? So that's how embedding works. So let's look at some of the attributes. Here we added the height, you added the width, and here we can add the title. Understand? So as I told you, if you want, you can go there and add an attribute called title. Understand? But if this one is not there, the title is going to display. So let's assume that we don't have this, right? Let's look at what is happening. So like I think there's a mistake somewhere. Mistake somewhere. Source. Okay, so I think this normally comes inside, right? It's normally appear there, but you don't normally see it. However, if you use screen reader, it will read for you. And so if you use screen reader, it will just read the word for you, this one title for you. So that is how this works. So let's see again, what attribute you have. To remove the border, as I told you, we use what? Here we can use the style, CSS style, border as none. If you want, you can use this. But since we are not using CSS, you can use the one we call the border, right? I think it's somewhere. This like the inline CSS is possible. You can just use this to remove the border. But if you don't want, you can just leave it like this. They also have an attribute called frame border. Understand? You can make it a one. So if you go to the website, you see how the border is. Look at where is it?
Mm.
You see this border, you see the border.
That's the
See,
part.
so that is the border that you see there. Now, if you remove it, if I make it 0, meaning no border, see, this is gone. You don't see this. So that is how it works. And then what again? We have target. As for target, I know you know it.
Yeah, when you
You
want to
know that.
open.
Yeah, so that's target. So an iframe can be used as the target frame for a link. You understand? A target attribute of the link must refer to the name attribute of the iframe. So for instance, look at what happens here. Look at this. This is the iframe, right?
Mm.
And the source, you say this. The name, you
Yeah.
see iframe A, right? The title is there. And then when we are given a tag, we wrote all this and we say the target is going to be iframe A, meaning it's the same thing as this.
Mm.
You understand? And what does it do? So when I click this, what happened? I want to take some element or I want to take some text and I want that text to show inside my iframe.
Mm.
Look at this. Normally we show some external websites, right?
Yeah.
But you say that no, inside this place, I don't want to show any external, or I don't want to take somebody's maybe website and put it here. I just want to write a
Hello?
text, my own answer, but how? So this is our iframe. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay, so let's say this is our iframe. This iframe represents this section, this box section. Understand? And let's say we
Mm.
don't have anything inside, it's blank, right? Like
Yeah.
this. But because I'm using a name attribute called iframe, understand, I can
Mm.
go in a link element like this E, and I have what the attribute, which is the href, going to this website, right? Which
Yeah.
website? This. So this is the anchor or the anchor, a link is this one. And
Mm.
the target, when I click, look at when I click this, it says
To
it should have
open.
opened into a new tab, right?
Yeah.
As we normally do, target is going to what? Blank, right? But in
Yeah.
here, in order to do different way, since this was an iframe, it assumes that when you click the target, it's going to open a blank what? Or a new tab, right? But
Mm.
instead of opening a what? A new tab, here it says no. Though you are targeting to open new tab. But no, don't open a new tab. Rather, my target is to what? To go directly and what? Put this into the iframe name. So now here, as we look at, it will display what we have here. You understand? So this page is going to be displayed. So this is the page, right?
Yeah.
When I click this, open this inside the iframe. I hope you understand. So here, because you will not see it clearly, so let me just copy this code. Go where? Go to our. Maybe I can just remove this and bring this one here. Right? So now what are we doing now? Just look at the difference here. Let's look at how it works here. See our website. So now I will change this to my own website so that it's easier for you to see. I'll copy the instead of using their own website. I'll put my website here. Right? And if I put my website here, then I can put my own links here. Right? So this is my link where I'm going, and this is my test. This. Right? Okay. This has no meaning here for now. Right? Well, our target is this. So our source we have is this one. So if I click here, no, I'm coming. So if I click here, what do you think will happen?
It's now showing your website.
I understand what is happening. So now, for instance, I don't have anything inside here. Let's see. Or maybe we can just delete the link, this link, like there's nothing here, for instance. So it's empty. Here is empty, right?
Yeah.
So because of this name, maybe I can even change the name so that it make it easier for you to see. So here the name attribute I wrote is me, so that you understand it better. It's me, right? So what am I targeting? Is me. I want to target is me. Have you seen? This is a separate what? Link, right? Which is here, below here. And this is our iframe, which is empty. There's nothing inside, right? So in the iframe, I had a name attribute, right? Which I say is me. You understand? So since my iframe is empty, I want something. When I click this target, my target is what? I'm targeting is me. You see here? I'm targeting, my target is me. Where is me? It's inside the iframe. Name attribute called is me. So when I click here, it's saying that take this website and then put it inside the frame by targeting the is me. Instead of normally open it in a new tab, as we normally do, we say open as blank, right? As we normally do, the target normally is blank so that it's open in a new tab, right? But I say, no, I don't want you to open in a new tab. but reference it somewhere as is me. And that is me is a name attribute I put here inside the iframe. You understand?
Yeah.
It's like I am to send you somewhere, or I want you to appear somewhere. So in that place, I told maybe someone is in that place. Maybe let's say your father is let's say your father is in America, right?
Yeah.
So let's say this iframe, this place is America, right?
Mm.
So this name is me, is your father. For instance, let's make it like, let's write Isa inside. So Isa is here, inside here, this place, right? And
Mm.
you are here, or maybe it is me, I'm here. You understand? And I want to send you to America, this place, right? So where can I send you? I should send you to your father. And where is your father? Your father is in America, which is this. Name is Isa. So when you go to the embassy and they ask you, where are you going? You are saying, I'm going to America and I'm going to see my father. So therefore, your target should be the same as your father's name. So now here I'll write my father name as the same thing as Isa.
Mm.
So I'm targeting my father Isa inside what? America, right?
Yeah.
So it means that when I click this, send me to my father who is in America. You understand? So assuming that this website is your own, let's say you have a certificate. You understand? And that certificate is this website. So when I click this, I will say, when you are going to America, I will give you a certificate. When you go there, show it to your father. Where are you going to show it to your father? Here, America, which is our iframe, right?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
this website is your certificate. I give you a certificate called website, and I'll show you the direction, which is this place, saying that go to America and meet your father Isa. And when you go to the embassy, you have to answer the question that you are going to your father Isa. That is your target, who is where? In America, as our iframe. So when I click this, if I save and I click this, I'm going to show my father this certificate inside where he is, because he's American and also going to the American. So if I click this, what will happen? If I click, what will happen? The iframe shows inside.
Mm.
You understand now?
Yeah.
So that is how this can also help in maybe doing a lot of advertisement. You can also place a link so that when someone click, it opens inside a short iframe here like this. I understand. So that is what I is explained here. You understand? So the simplest, these are just self-explanatory, and the attribute, the elements, they are all self-explanatory. So in which iframe attribute can we specify an URL?
Ref.
In which iframe attribute can we specify URL or an URL?
CRC.
SRC, source,
Mm.
right?
SRC.
If
Yeah.
I click this and see, what about href? Href is found where?
In a link.
In a link. What about URL?
The same actually, but it found.
Okay, so
Well,
let's
for
look at.
URL, it's kind of IP address.
Okay, I understand what you mean. Okay, all right. So that is mostly about how the iframe works. And another thing that I wanted to show you is that looking at this thing, we are also showing this way, right? We can also use YouTube also has its own iframe. For instance, you see some people have YouTube videos in their website, right?
Yeah,
That is they use
yeah.
iframe, the same thing as we are doing now. They also did the iframe, but YouTube also has their own iframe. So for let me see if I could find some. Okay, you see something like this. For instance, this can be from YouTube. You see
Mm,
iframe, they add weight and height, and they have the source, which coming from what? YouTube, understand?
mm,
And they have other attribute called full screen. So we can copy this and say you are going to, I think there should be, let me
mm,
see, it's like I had add some in the, okay, it's like I should get some here. The iframe, okay, this, I want the long one. Okay, so you see how this works. You can click this, you see how this works. So this is a YouTube video. You see, and sometimes this can normally be copied. You can copy this same thing from YouTube because they also have something like that. So I can paste it here. And when I paste it here, you see I have my what? My YouTube video here.
yeah.
And so this one is iframe. You see a lot of videos inside. It is embedded. We call it embedded. You see here is youtube.com/embed. You notice that this one is an iframe which is embedded inside your website. Understand? And they also have a default setting. They set the width 240, 420, height 345. Understand? So you can decide because it is a YouTube embedded. You see, even there are no control, but still it still can work. When you click inside, it keeps, let me see, an error because of the internet. I have internet problem now. I understand. But normally it's supposed to just play. But because today my internet is very bad. I understand. You see here it's playing. I understand. So this is just how the YouTube is. I wanted to show you how you can copy this iframe from YouTube.
Mm,
I wanted to show you how, but I don't know why today it's very, very slow. Let me see if it's a slow. I understand. So now look at what I wanted to show you. So if you
mm,
come inside any YouTube video and
yeah.
you want to copy the embedded code, you want to copy the YouTube as what as embedded code and put it inside your website. You can
Mm,
come here, click here. I don't think, okay, you have to click share. You see here, right?
yeah.
Have you seen where I'm clicking? I click share,
Yeah.
like you are sharing the video with someone. When you click there, what do you
Mm,
see? Embed, right?
embed. Yeah.
You can share it to website, Facebook, X, email, and other. You understand? But the embed, if we are focusing on HTML, what we want is the embed. So when you are designing a website and you want to put what YouTube video inside your website, you can use this. You understand? You can copy the link and put it inside. It works, but the best way is you can use the embed code. So when I click on embed, look at their iframe. And so you can choose the settings that you want from the setting that they give you. You can say, oh, you want the video to start at some specific stamp, specific location. Understand? So this is the iframe. You can copy this code and use
So
it
you,
as your
you can
iframe.
copy all this.
You can copy this
Oh,
code. Because look at the open iframe and closing iframe tab. You see, we
yeah.
have what? Width, right? They say 560, height 315. And the source is the same as the link of this YouTube video, right?
Yeah.
And what did they bring? They add a title. We see this YouTube video player. And the frame
Yeah.
border, they made it 0. And they say they
Yeah.
have an other attribute. This was from YouTube. So they said allow, accelerator, make it autoplay, clipboard rights, encrypt media. You understand? Picture in play. Look at this picture in play. This picture in play is the one that I was telling you. Picture in play. We have web share, the fair policy. You understand? So these are all some of the attributes that the YouTube already added. It adds functionality to their own YouTube video. So when you embed inside your website, you can still change some of them. You understand? So let's say we copy this and go to our website and we say, let me paste this thing inside my own. Let me delete all this and say I'm going to put the embed inside. So look at what do I have? I have the iframe, I have the YouTube source, right?
Yeah.
Allow and all this. So I can say, let me see, no, you see the video is there,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
these are from YouTube. Understand? It has a height, the width, the height, the YouTube title, the frame border. They made it 0. Understand? Allow full screen. So if I click play, it loads. If I play, because of my internet, it came error. This is because of my internet. I have problem with the internet. So let me see if one upgrade now. Where's the main website? Okay, it's here. So when I click on play, you see it's playing. And YouTube has given you a lot of control now. You can make it bigger. Look at full screen. Which one is it? Allow full screen. You understand? So the attribute allow full screen, which is here. So when you click this, it opens full screen for you. You understand? But when you added your own iframe, there wasn't any full screen. Understand? But all of these you can add it to your own video to make it full screen. I hope you understand now. And you have the ability to control all this, mute it, play. Here, let's see, can we add autoplay here? Let's see if you come here and say, I want to add autoplay. Can it play? Let's see, is it
But
possible? Come again?
Yeah, for this frame border, is it always 0 or
Which
like you
what?
can
This
add?
frame border.
Yeah.
No, you can remove it. Is the frame border of this border, this border. You see, when I remove it, you have a small border. By default, it comes with this border. You see it there.
Okay.
So we make
Mm,
it 0 so that the border will not be there. You see.
okay.
But if you want, you can also use CSS to add your own border. I can use style border. As I told you the last time, I can use 2 pixels stand for the thickness, right? And then I said the the line, you can say you want solid, or you can say you want dash. So let me use dash and now give the color. Which color of the border do you want? Maybe let's say we want blue color. The last time I showed you this, the border, it contains 3 stuffs. This is the
Yeah.
thickness. You understand? So now if you go to the
Mm,
website and look at what happened,
mm,
you see the border, you made it dash.
mm,
So this dash is what you see, that dash, 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 dash. And this color is what you see inside blue. And then the
blue.
thickness is what is 2. So if I increase this thickness to, let's say, 5, you see it now increase.
Mm,
You understand? I can
yeah.
even increase it to 10, and I change this dash to, let's say, solid, solid, and look at how it's now.
Mm,
You understand how it is? So
yeah.
you can play with it and change anything that you want. Play now, it's playing. You can even still open it in full screen. You understand? But it's still an iframe from YouTube. So if you want to go directly to YouTube, you can click this and it take you to open YouTube for you directly. And you have a control. All these things you can have control of it. Either you can toggle the translator or the caption, yeah, and then you can make the setting as you want it to be auto, I mean 720 or 1080. Understand? It's the same thing, but it is an iframe. The same functionality is also inside YouTube. You understand? So if you open
Mm,
YouTube, the same functionality that you see here, same functionality that you see inside YouTube, the same thing that you see there. So for instance, if I want to control, look at here. I told you here you can control the starting of the video. If you think that this video, when it starts, you don't want it to start at the 00 point, you can just click there and it sets where you want the video to start. I can say I want it to start at 0.80, right? Or
yeah.
maybe 120, for instance, something like this. Nice. And then after I did that, I can copy it again, go into my website and click it there. Here is show player control. So if I remove show player control, and then if I remove this, for instance, okay, let me leave this for now and copy this. When I go back to the website and paste it, let me remove all and paste this. Now I pasted it now. Now what happened? Let's look at our main website. What happened is, so when I click play now, what will happen? You see now, it didn't start initially.
Mm,
You notice it didn't start at initial speed. It just jumped to that 1.20 timestamp. And what we have removed is that we've removed the control. Now we can just play, but we cannot move it forward or back.
Mm.
You understand? That is what some people does to force you to view their video. Because sometimes if you are playing like this, you don't have any option. Your option only is
Yeah.
to play, pause,
To play
play,
also.
pause. So it will force you to watch all the video. You understand? But if we added this control, if you go to the YouTube and say we want to show the player control, we click this, show player control, copy this again, and go into the website and then paste this. Now we have control over our own YouTube now. So if I refresh this and play, now you see there is control. Now I can move it forward, back, pause, mute it,
Mm.
change everything. That is a player control. You understand? So if I refresh, you notice that it didn't start here. It starts from the place that we said it to start. Look at here. We said it should start at 120. We said it should start at 120. So this is the place that we said it should start when we were copying it. We said
Mm.
it should start this. So when we go back to our website, look at when I click play, or when I refresh it, and if I click play, notice where it will start.
Mm.
You understand where it started? So it didn't start
Yeah.
initially, it started here because this is the place I said it should start. So that is some of
Mm.
the control that you can do using this embed because YouTube realized that a lot of people are using their videos on their website. You understand? And
Mm.
it's helping them. So that's why they brought they allow this embedding of code. You understand? Okay. So do you have any question? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I
Yes.
said, do you have any question? Do you have any question?
No, I don't have question.
Okay, okay. So I think we can call it we can call it a day. Because that is only what you need to know about the multimedia of HTML, which is audio, video, and iframes.